Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 22, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Winston to Thomas there for the Saints' first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston again, it's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, that's into a double team and it's intercepted. And Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. take it at about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Second and 5. It's complete to Fuller. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game was Steve Ryan to the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, limit here in the early going.
Rivers pass completes a Pitts. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On play action, they'll throw. That's brought in downfield by London. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. That goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 2. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get out of here!
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Coon knocks this one for the post. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and a two-score lead.
You get the sense that approach will take the 20, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first two drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division if this be a few weeks down the road.
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams take us around when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Winston now to throw on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wound up picking up positive yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This is Ingram on first and 10. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Falcons 10, Saints 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd and 2. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Here we go. Every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll look to throw again. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So many times in our career, our coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there to pick the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they send the slot in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man London right side. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go,
They'll run with Patterson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Right, 97. 52 blaster.
Back to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first. Extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
on the extra point. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a safety, Joe. Risky try. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we offenses tell us before a game they want to end the series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So we're sank on a 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off the edge and the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles intercepted us to halftime. Interception. We did give it to them in press territories, right?
Pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here we go.
Bounce set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. And I know coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll go down the line for Davis inside the 30.
The second quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round label. We saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker, reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
Now the throw here is running back, and they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn and shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right. On the ball.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
It's complete. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over for a second and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Down.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Flag blue. Yellow.
They're going to look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Cameron Jordan, truly the heart and soul of this Saints defense, had another memorable year in 2021. He crossed 100 sacks and made his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he'll be called. The defense shaking. It's not aggressive enough for them to control the 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Blue striker.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Real green.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
10 cycles.
Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Steel black. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. They'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll look to throw. Connects with Fuller on the crossing pattern. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 3rd down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So a nice throw there. And CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second and 9 now. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Second touchdown here in this opening round. Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Crew up and good. The Raiders up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Crew to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as he's got. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, got your fun? All right, thrown out the way. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Camaro. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards.
It's the strong safeties every time, especially close to the scrimmage. But in this case, I have a free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
And his pass is intercepted for the third time today. Picked up by Richie Gray. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
Well, how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, now he's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Katie, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. To try again after the sack. Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Lander. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Starting at 40 here. Task ahead here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long for Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We've talked about some Bears with struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now when they're running.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get it. The Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to There's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He
the scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Wait.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach knows he's going to say why he did it. We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker and they're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
At the Falcons' 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they lose yardage here, back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have been big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, John Christie Target. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And I've seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown since
interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you're open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just